everybody, it's T. Jallo, and we're back today with special guest JD from Soul Tire Games.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing fine.
All right.
So you're going to do us a little bit of history on Dungeons & Dragons today.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 50th anniversary of Dungeons & Dragons, and after talking a little bit, talking about these toys and bringing back some memories, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. That's why I brought all these up.
I think a lot of people don't know where Dungeons & Dragons came from. Recently, the Baldur's Gate video game, won a billion awards and everybody loves it. And there was a movie last year that did pretty well. It was a lot of fun. But I don't know that a lot of people understand where, what Dungeons & Dragons is, where it came from. And so Dungeons & Dragons is the first published tabletop role-playing game. It was published in 1974, and it's a collaboration between a couple guys, Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson. And they were war gamers, so they played games where they would pit one army against another. But it was very tactical driven, and basically, Dungeons and Dragons took it out of the real world into the fantasy world, and then also you played as an individual, and you gained. Your individual can improve. You gained levels. You gained experience as you go. And it was totally new. It was a totally new concept. It's got some heritage in the Minneapolis area with Dave Wesley's Braunstein game. But yeah, and so the idea is it's a group storytelling game where you sit around and you're the heroes. So like if we're playing, we're the Avengers. We're the crew of the Starship Enterprise. We're the Fellowship of the Ring, and we're the ones going out and saving the day and doing all that kind of stuff. And it over time turned into quite a phenomenon. And today it's
I played it when it was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Right. And so initially it was just Dungeons and Dragons, and so I should have brought my white box to show that too. And then in 1977, Gary, without Dave, published the first book for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which was the Monster Manual, and then the Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master's Guide followed, and those have been considered the core books since then of how to play the game.
Yeah, I had all them. And
there was a few different iterations of basic boxes, which have their own history too, and there's all kinds of history out there. But it's a way for people to come together, and you spend 4 or 5 hours telling an amazing story with each other.
It was fun when I played
that
it.
Kind of stuff. Yeah, and so
and
they parlayed the early success of Dungeons and Dragons in a few different directions. One of them was this toy line,
yep.
And at basically the same time, there was also a Saturday morning cartoon, Dungeons and Dragons,
that never ended. They had no ending.
Yeah, they never had a.
Never got home.
Never got home. It's sad.
It is sad. But they were in that Dungeons and Dragons movie that just came out last year.
Yeah, they were. They had a cameo there. They had a cameo in it was like a car ad in Brazil or something like that.
That was pretty cool, actually.
And then actually, there's in the upcoming miniature set, so they'd already put out a few of the miniatures in 28mm scale, which is sometimes used when playing role-playing games. And they're coming out with the rest of them. So you're going to be able to get the 6 kids, Uni, Game, Dungeon Master, and Avenger.
God.
Yeah. So, but they're going to be chases. So I haven't decided whether this is going to be an expensive ordeal,
when you're into
if I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons also have spanned different kind of cool things in the new genre today, like Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
That's a huge. Dungeons and Dragons is huge in that. And a lot of kids got into Dungeons and Dragons because of Stranger Things, and so we just did a review of the Dungeons and Dragons He-Man crossover last week. They have a Demi Gorgon and Skeletor 2-pack.
Really?
And it comes with a double-sided 20-sided dice staff. It's awesome.
That must mean that I have not.
You've not seen it?
I have not. No, I didn't see that video. I must not have hit the notification bell on YouTube for the.
Yes. Follow us on Tacos and Toys.
For the Tacos and Toys YouTube channel. Oh, that is...
Check out the 20-sided dice staff and the Demigorgon.
Oh my gosh. Do you have more of these?
Yeah, we have 3 of them.
Okay, you have 2 of them. Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, all right.
Sidetrack.
You can get it at tacosandtoys.com.
Yeah. 2 left.
There's still 3 left. There's no money yet. 3 left. Let's
Don't make me. But when I was around 10 years old when these came out, and this was one of the few toy lines that I actually had almost everything of. My neighbor was like the kid who had every toy. And so we'd all play at his house, right?
I was your neighbor.
You were my neighbor?
I had all the toys.
But like for G.I. Joe, he had the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, so did I.
And he had, everything that came out, he literally got. But this was kind of like, this was mine. And I had all of the first wave stuff. I don't remember having much of the second wave, but. Again,
well, that's the thing on the Dungeons & Dragons toys from TSR, or LJN, I always do that, is that when I collected them, I didn't know they had Battle-Matic stuff. I had the first line, and that was it. And then it wasn't until later on, when I became a toy collector, later on when I was older, I realized that there was other figures. Because I was like, I never had, well, I can't say that because I did have Grimskull. And I thought he was part of Series 1, but I never knew he was a Series 2. I had Grimskull and I had Bowmark, the White Knight.
Yep, I had those two also.
So those guys were...
They must have been early wave too.
They had to be.
Because those are the two
when
I
they
had.
put out Drex and stuff, I never saw him.
No, I didn't. I don't recall that one at all.
And I think and all the rubber guys, they came out at the very first of the series.
Yep.
And all the big monsters like the Bronze Dragon, the Dragon, and Daltair, or Destrar, and Nightmare and Hooked Horror. And those came out first, so there was no monsters.
And was Tiamat a wave 2?
No, Tiamat was wave 1.
Really?
Yeah, he was wave 1. He was very hard to get. And
I remember that one.
Yeah, he was Children's Palace. That's when I got him. We got him for Christmas one year, and unfortunately, mine has broken wings, but I do have the wings here, and I do have it.
Take these broken
wings. Hard to fly again.
It's my Tiamat.
That's my Tiamat. And but it just spanned this cool toy line. It was around the same time as Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe, and I thought it was and they were the same scale as G.I. Joe, so it's like you could have Snake Eyes visit the Cat's Lair. The Cat's Lair. This is what I call it, the Cat's Lair. The Fortress of Fangs. Not Thundercat's Cat's Lair. No, this is Eternia, everybody, from He-Man. No, this is Fortress of Fangs, which came out the very first wave. So,
wow.
I
love the Fortress of Fangs. Oh my gosh.
This has been my baby.
So much with that thing.
Forever. And the original design actually had yellow wings on the gargoyle, and there was some like green spiked wall, and we'll get to the Fortress of Fangs here in a little bit. But let's. You want to talk more about the role-playing game?
We'll interject stuff as we go.
Okay.
Let's start talking about these figures.
So in the very first wave of '83, we had your core characters, which came out. You had Strongheart, the heroic fighter. He was the leader. I would call the leader of the good guys, but I don't think he was actually leader, just a character.
Yeah.
And they released him in a silver sheen to him. That figure came also with the Bronze Dragon.
Right.
And also the Bronze Dragon came separate also. So you can either get it with him or with it. I've seen both versions in boxes. So that was one of the deluxe figures it came with. And also he came with the horse name that you say better than I do.
Destrier.
I think
it's Destrier.
I just call him Strongheart's horse.
I mean, that works too. Well, and so the cool thing about both of these actually that I don't know. I mean, I haven't bought toys like to play with in a long time, so I don't know for sure. But these, and I don't know if you want me to do it or not.
Just be careful with the legs.
Here, I'll show you. So there's a little flap in here, and I don't know if you noticed, but on the
looks really dumb.
Yeah, it looks dumb. But
big thunder thighs.
But yeah, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to break it. But you'd shove the toy down in there, and then his legs would be on the outside, so you don't have to worry about having the legs that could wrap around stuff. Well, and he has the legs on the side of this one too.
Well, the first design of that was the Empire Strikes Back Tauntaun.
Yeah.
And the do back in 77,
yeah,
78.
Okay.
So you could do it, but they didn't have the legs on the side of it, so you just had this figure shoved to the back. So I think LJN took it a step forward and made
Trying to
like
improve
it. But yeah, it didn't really work because it looks really funky with their legs. It doesn't match, and some of their paint apps don't match with the colors either. Because we'll show you Warduke in a little bit, but he had a steed of his own, Nightmare, which is a badass figure.
That's
bad. It's awesome. That's one of my favorite toys. I always had Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe riding it. Don't know why, but it was something cool that Dr. Mindbender made it for him. So. You can play with all your toys and everything.
So I'm just gonna say this, and it's probably gonna get some ire, but like Cobra Commander, I don't know if it's because of the TV series or whatever. He seemed like way too much of a wuss to be riding Nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like on the TV, on the cartoon, he was just
get out of here.
See, I knew that's where this was gonna go, but he was always such just like a and like Destro was.
This is my Nightmare. I held it from Warduke. I will fight Serpentor with my Nightmare. And we also had deluxe figure dragon, whatever you call it.
The Dragon.
He was just a cool dragon to me. See, he's all the role-playing game, all the monsters' names and stuff. I liked it because the toy line was amazing.
Well, and I think this one actually is almost straight from the art in the monster manual. Let me pull this out real quick.
Yeah, I think we looked at him last time. We saw that there was a version of him in there.
Yeah.
But also during the deluxe line, there was the hooked horror figure also, deluxe, and then of course the 5-headed Tiamat.
So I don't know
if you can see it.
I don't know how well you can see it, but
If you just put it, it should show up. I'll actually come and help. Focus.
yeah, I don't know. But there's the art from the 1977 manual, right? And then, I mean, so close.
Yeah, it's a good figure. I just
Yeah.
wish that the LJN gave him articulation. They don't move, just the head and arms. It's like there's no movement whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's just sad because the tail
yeah,
moves a little bit,
tail moves a
and
little.
the wings don't do nothing. But when you imagine if that had the movability of like the hooked
Oh, yeah.
horror, I mean, you could show the hooked horror if you want. I just put them when you were talking about the Dungeons and Dragons or manual.
Yeah.
But the hooked horror was one of my favorite toys, man. I just, as a kid, I mean, it was once again Cobra's monster attacking G.I. Joe, because that's what I did. Well, like the
That's how
Fortress
you
of
roll
Fangs
with
was
that one.
Cobra headquarters.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that even works, right?
Yeah.
Like it actually works for a lot of different.
Yeah, because I have an extra one that's just a shell which you have now. I used as Snake Mountain's head. I was going to make a full-size Snake Mountain and have Skeletor standing in it, and that was going to be the head of it, but I never finished it. So, but at least it went to a good home, and I'm building a Fortress of Fangs for him right now. So
it's a little side project.
Yeah, a little side project. But as going on with the toys, we had Tiamat, which this Tiamat's seen some days, but I have it. I'm very proud to have it. It is a Grail. It is a Grail toy. That toy right now is fetching around $500 to $700 mint. I mean, it is really rare figure. Getting them in a box is even rare.
This is the even rarer battle damage.
Yeah, that's
version.
the battle damage Avenger shot in the leg from the cartoon.
Yep.
So that was actually burned in. I had it in an attic, and there was a fire, and it got burned. But at least the other head didn't get burned on it. But here's the wings for it. The wings did break. I am going to eventually have somebody 3D print some pieces or just kind of fix them. But he's a cool figure. The heads are all bendable, and the mane, or whatever we call it, on top of the head actually makes Tiamat's head move. So, and then of course you have all the rubber. They made a line of rubber figures like the crawler. I guess that's what's called, right?
Carrying crawler. Yep.
And
so here.
Yeah, we'll just set them right there. It's fine.
It reminds me of like, have you seen the little videos of the dogs with no front legs that they make the little?
Oh yeah,
They make the little like truss on with wheels so they can kick with their back legs. I feel like that poor Tiamat needs a little.
Tiamat needs some love.
Needs a little front wheels.
Needs love. He
needs some front wheels so he can kick and go forward.
We'll get to the other figures too in a minute. We just got off tangent with the deluxe figures. That's
And
all right.
actually, it's the Queen of the Dragons, but
Nerd.
so here's the grill. And,
I have none. Oh no! Oh no!
and, oh no! And a shambling mound.
That's why I'm giving you all the monsters, because you know them right offhand. Like, that's just a Minotaur.
Yeah, that's a Minotaur. But Minotaurs are awesome.
Here's a cool.
And they definitely were not playable
No.
in first edition Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not sure when that came around, but you can play as a Minotaur now. You can be a Minotaur hero now, which is cool and fun.
And I love this fire elemental.
Fire Elemental.
That is, I use that toy for everything. Like, once again, it was always everything. It was like, Cobra villain. It was always
It could a trap.
anything.
Anything.
And there's a
Odiug.
oh yeah. You see, look, that's why I let him do all the names. I just thought they were cool toys.
Yep. And this is.
But I learned a lot from them later on. So
I can't. Oh, that's a Roper.
yep. See, that's Mr. Roper, like from Three's Company.
Yep, yep.
That's who he is. And
On our door.
What was it? The Regal Beagle
the Regal Beagle where they hung out.
where they hung out? Yep. Yep.
Larry. This is ogre.
It looks like a troll. I'm gonna go with troll.
Chimera.
Yeah. And now it's almost straight from the art too.
Yeah. Man thing.
That was a shambling man. I showed the shambling man. The man thing. I'm not sure if this is just like a
Just a guy.
just a guy.
It looks kind of like a.
It would have been a really cool figure though, right?
Yeah.
Like it's.
They did it with this guy too. There's these guys, and they did those guys. I always put those guys with Beaumark because they kind of match with her. So, not her. Beaumark's a dude. Deeth is the girl. I think that's just a wraith, right? A wraith or whatever that is. And then we have. Look at all these toys, everybody. Just toys.
And,
Hey.
And what good are toys if you don't play with them, right?
And then you got the Skeleton
The
Warriors.
Skeleton Warriors. Now these
Not
guys are-
another toy line that we're not showing right now, but this is Skeleton Warriors. Are these troglodytes?
So I think they look like bullywugs, but I don't remember them like bullywugs being a toy. We'd have to Google that.
Yeah, because I thought Eric turned into one of those in the one episode of Dungeons & Dragons cartoon. Because he was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little frog person.
The frog
This
person.
is really cool. He's like wearing a starfish.
starfish.
And he's got a shell and a trident.
Now you guys know that. He has
this
starfish.
and so this is like the saltwater cousin, and this is the freshwater cousin. So it's kind of a a little darker Little Mermaid kind
These
of story.
goblins.
What? Oh yeah. Look at that.
I love it. I love how he loves these things. Man. This is me too. We just love it so much. So here's a. Don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
It's just a cool dragon.
That I would go lizard folk,
Lizard folk.
but again, like here, I'm gonna.
I kind of knew some of those down home. Some lizard folk.
I'm gonna actually pull up because I bet the art.
Yeah.
will tell me one
Yeah,
way or another.
we're gonna run to the book real quick and see if that actually matches up. Did you show him?
The picture.
Yeah.
No, I did show him.
You know, they never made a Beholder or a Displacer Beast, two of my favorite monsters, which I never even saw the new Hasbro Displacer Beast. They kept showing pictures of it. We have never seen it on the
Do you
store.
want me to bring it? I have one in the house.
I never even seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to show it sometime on here.
Yeah.
Did the
So-
Beholder ever come out?
Beholder's not out yet. I have it on pre-order.
So that's the lizard man. I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
It could be. I'm gonna
He
look
has
up.
the same mohawk looking thing, like spikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up troglodyte though.
Troglodyte.
And the other thing is like it's hard to remember when stuff came out. You know what I mean?
We learning.
Yeah. Nope. I'm going troglodyte. Look at that.
You're
thing.
right. It's 100% troglodyte.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at this. Look at this. So
Troglodyte.
troglodyte. I need my camera Andy to come over here and
Yeah, there it
AAA.
AAA.
That's AAA's hands, everybody. He's here with us.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. And then
Right next to it.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's an even better
Yep.
picture. Yeah. So this is definitely
Definitely.
even
troglodyte.
has the axe
Yeah.
like
Yep.
from the picture. So
That's
this
his
is
bugbear.
troglodyte. Yeah, that's a gnarly looking bugbear.
We were making fun of this last time we were talking about it because it
Yeah.
looked nothing like but it is a
yeah,
bugbear.
yeah, it's a bugbear.
Because the
It-
ears
and
are
it's-
actually behind the hands.
Oh yeah, it
It
is.
is. That's what we were looking for in the ears when we saw the book.
Yep. Well, and the other thing is like here. I'm going to show you the profile shot. This thing is like, and this isn't like a bad specimen. This is how it came.
Yeah. This is,
Wow. With
Like-
that hip?
With the
Yeah.
No, like these were.
You making fun of that bugbear's hips, man?
Yeah.
Hips don't lie.
Hips don't lie. That's right. That's right. This is Shakira the bugbear.
Yeah, but do you know what? That is birthing hips. You can have babies with that bugbear.
And I don't remember this one. This looks like a lich though.
Yeah, I think it's a lich you looked up the last time we were talking about.
Yeah.
And it came with the 2-pack with this,
Oh, okay.
the Wraith or whatever.
Wraith.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is my Umberhawk. He is missing a hook or a
mandible?
pincher, a mandible, which makes me mad because it was intact at one time. So
It's all right.
toys are old.
Battle damaged.
Battle damaged Umberhawk.
Battle damaged Umberhawk.
Here's my first girlfriend. Back in the day. You know.
That's how it was on the east side.
Sandy, if you're still out there.
Yes. How'd you know her name? I told you we were neighbors. Hydra. I think.
Yeah.
Is that a Hydra?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Multi-headed
Yeah. You
lizard
cut one
thing.
head off and other ones grow.
Yeah. I mean,
But that's that's all the rubber figures. They did have some elves. I do not have the 2-pack of the elves, but that's the only thing I'm missing out of the collection. So as far as that, you show this Chimera.
yeah.
Umberhawk's fighting Tiamat. All right, so
All right.
let's go back to the figures.
Okay, so we covered Strongheart, and I think that's where we got
Yeah,
sidetracked.
we got sidetracked.
Which is,
so,
is real possible.
this could happen.
Yep.
Here is the young male Titan.
Young male Titan. It's so I will tell you that even as like a 10-year-old, I thought it was weird that like they all had names, and then this one is
Young male Titan.
Young male Titan,
Yeah.
right? And he's got this cool shield.
I
that-
guess that all Spartan men are the same. I guess.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was just.
I always put the helmet on my He-Man because it fits him perfectly. Once again, I'm cross-toying here, guys. Sorry.
I mean, oh my gosh.
I mean, he was a good He-Man figure. He's just real skinny. That's why, like, Northlord
Right.
looks like He-Man.
Well, I mean, honestly, like it'd make a better Prince Adam, right?
Oh, it wouldn't. Well, he would be a good Prince Adam, Northlord.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Here, you can't just. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't say that and not.
All right.
show
Well,
it.
here's
Not show
Northlord
it.
and all
Yeah.
his pieces.
Yeah.
And I always put the helmet on also He-Man. So.
Yeah. So like this is a slimmer.
This is one of my favorite videos so
He-Man.
far, guys. I'm having a great time.
Oh, I am too.
This is freaking awesome. Oh, sorry.
Hey, we already don't make these for kids.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. This is not a kid's video.
So yeah, like no, totally. You've got to like.
That's Prince Adam.
Yeah, that is Prince Adam.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah. I have the power.
Don't touch my Northlord like that.
Whoa. Easy guy. Easy guy. But
How about some little bit of Elkhorn love?
all right.
And there's 2 versions of him, actually, by the way, guys. There is 2 versions, and one of them is really, really hard to get. The the matte gray shield and sword is completely different than that one. So that one's probably the most common of them. There is a variant.
So, my Elkhorn when I was a kid had a broken horn, and like for the longest time, like in my memory, he's supposed to have a broken horn.
It's funny because
Right.
my first one had a broken horn.
Yeah,
I think I stole it from you and your next door neighbor.
maybe. Like this is starting to get creepy.
It's
TJ.
creepy now.
But so another side thing. So Dungeons and Dragons was invented in a town in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And funny enough, there's a town real close to Lake Geneva called Elkhorn.
Oh, that's probably why.
And I always like I wonder if that's where
it is.
came- it's got to be,
It's
right?
got to be.
It's got to
dude.
be.
It's got to be. I think you're 100% on that one.
So, but he's cool, and I just love dwarves, right? Like dwarf.
He's a good figure.
This is a dwarf,
and the new
thing.
NECA figure is really awesome for him. So.
Yeah, we'll have to do a special thing
Yeah.
on like all the toys they come out with this year.
Oh
for
yeah,
the 50th.
definitely.
We'll
Have you come out and we'll do it again.
yeah, we'll do it again, and we'll do.
Kalik.
Yeah, here we'll. So this is the evil wizard.
Back to some bad guys now.
Yeah, he's not holding his staff very well. He's got a cool one.
And they don't hold weapons good at all.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. He's so magical, it just floats next to him.
Yeah, he's a magical monster. We did do a Fortress of Fangs toy commercial. If you check
So-
on Toy Tacos and Toys YouTube page we did was a really fun commercial too.
So another fun thing from when I was a kid is that the wizards wear underwear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, they do.
The wizards wear underwear, and I don't like. I'm not sure why, but
That's the fruit of the beholders.
I guess so. fruit of the beholders.
Fruit of the beholders.
Who's wearing his fruit of the beholders?
Here is the good wizard,
Ringleworm.
Ringworm.
Ringleworm. Ringleworm.
I always liked him because he was on one of the manual covers. He was on.
So when they redid, I want to say when they redid the player's handbook, that there's a wizard on it very similar to this.
I thought it was him.
I don't know that it.
Oh, it isn't. Okay.
Oh no! I'm not going to say
I
that.
swear it was him.
Because now that you're saying that, I'm gonna pull this off. So because I got it. Like, this is what Google has done to me. Like, I will not wait for. There's no delayed gratification on information.
Yeah. I really thought he was on the front of that cover. I remember the cover vividly. It's like had a blue background.
Book, orange spine. So yeah. So the original three images. So the core three books, the Monster Manual, Player's Handbook, and Dungeon Master's Guide, like, had cool art on, really cool art. Like, this was, I mean, the Monster Manual had some real iconic, got the troll, and there's a roper and centaur, like, and more on the back. Like, it's just freaking cool. But the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide had a little more serious art, like big idol with, adventurers trying to with an altar in front of it, and the other one is this big demon
Classic
figure,
ones,
right? Like, it was cool, but there's this thing that went on in the early '80s called the Satanic Panic, and there was a kid that went missing, and originally it was attributed to Dungeons and Dragons. They found him. That story was perpetuated for a bunch of reasons that weren't the truth, and it kind of like a Mothers Against Drunk Driving thing.
Mothers Against Dungeons and Dragons.
There was a Mothers Against Dungeons and Dragons kind of push, and it's referred to historically as a Satanic Panic. So what they did is they redid the core books with a little more sanitized art, and you know what, like. That's him. That is him.
Yeah, I thought so. Because I thought it was cool having this toy.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close enough that it's him. So here, I don't know if you're gonna get a bad reflection off my phone.
But yeah, I remember having that book, and I'm like, oh, cool, they made him on the front of the cover.
Can you see it?
Yep.
But like,
That's him.
yeah, I mean, it's too similar not to be.
Yeah.
And I want to say that's Jeff Easley art, but I can't.
I think it is Jeff Easley.
But yeah, and so they redid them a little less, satanic looking. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. See, you learned something today.
I never made that connection. Make that connection.
Here's what's her name? Mercion.
Mercion. Yeah.
Mercion.
Cleric. I think she had a mace.
She had a staff.
She had
a staff that had two little balls on it.
Really? I thought she had a mace.
No.
Okay.
That was Deeth.
Oh, okay.
She had a mace.
Okay, I never had her.
Yeah.
So I think when that new stuff came out, they just ruined it. I'm a purist.
Yeah.
Wave one only.
Hey, quit playing my figures.
So I'm just showing them.
I know.
All right. So this one's special cool.
Yeah, he's
right, because depending on the packaging, it either said Paralay
or MILF.
or Melf.
MILF.
And Melf, remember I said that one of the creators of Dungeons & Dragons was Gary Gygax, and the creator of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons was Gary Gygax. Well, his one of his sons, Luke, this was the character that he played. It was Melf. And so there's a couple spells, the most famous of which is Melf's Acid Arrow. And so, and little side thing, I work with Luke to put on a convention that honors his father. So I'm the director of operations. It's held in March each year up in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Occasionally Luke plays his Melf character in different streams and stuff these days. Like he just played Melf in a Legacy of Worlds thing on Six Sides of Gaming, which you should probably link to.
Yeah.
Because it's a really fun, and it's got like the people that are in it are amazing through the roof. But Melf is super cool, and all kinds of like history wrapped up just in that figure.
And then the last of the first wave is
Zarek. So Zarek. So I originally like looking at it, because if you look size wise, it's not very big, right? Like he's shorter than Strongheart. And originally I thought it was a goblin, like a goblin assassin kind of thing. But he's actually a half orc,
Yep.
which is like today's half orcs are big. Like the hybrid like orcs are big and strong, and so it makes him bigger. But he was a half orc assassin. So
half orc assassin.
yeah, and that was the other like.
Well, there's also been like a shift in the sizing of the orcs over
Yeah.
the years. If you
Yeah.
look at all of the players' handbooks,
Oh, I forgot
like
one
that
more.
size range
Oh!
shifts.
Yeah,
The Ogre King.
the Ogre King, and this is a bad guy. Like this is the nemesis for the young male titan, or what was it?
Prince Adam.
Yeah, Prince Adam or Prince Adam. So this is an early prototype Skeletor as the nemesis
Well,
for.
Skeletor was Demo Man. He was a demon, another dimension that Hordak fused Demo Man and Keldor together to create.
So
Skeletor.
maybe this, yeah, like maybe we just like stumbled onto something.
Yeah, you should have called me a nerd on that.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was cool.
That's cool. And then late '83, going into '84, we got the second wave of Dungeons and Dragons. Now these figures were a little bit harder to get, I do believe, because I was only able to get 2 of these figures back when I was a kid. It was Bowmark and Grimsword. And Grimsword was an awesome.
And I had
figure.
these 2 also.
Yeah,
and I
so-
think these are the last 2 I had. I might have had the other bad guy.
Drex.
Yeah, I might have, but I.
Well, they also
Maybe
have
that's
this guy
wishful
here, the
thinking.
bald guy with us.
Yeah,
See?
don't see it. So this guy, he's got
He's a cool
ball
figure.
and chain that's like this snake thing, and it's super cool. And the shield.
His name is Zorgair.
So you gotta put the.
And that was the second wave of figures.
I can't get it.
They were called Battle-Matic. And they decided that they thought the toys were too plain, like Star Wars, and have no features. So they decided to give them a feature on the back. You can show them if you want.
Yeah, I'm behind. I was playing with
No,
toys.
you're fine. You can play with them.
I was playing with toys.
They're cool toys.
They are.
Yeah, Grimsword was so bad. He was awesome.
Yeah.
We didn't show you a first character, though, from the first wave, because we were going to do something special about it.
Oh, do you want to do that one?
After we do this one.
Okay. So do you want to do the Battle-Matic first, or?
Yeah, let's do the Battle-Matics first.
Okay.
Then-
So
I know we probably got people commenting right now like, well, there's somebody else that is in that first wave. Well, he's here. Battle-Matic.
Battle-Matic.
You
So
push it
it's-
up and down in the hand. It has
Yeah.
jacking action.
There we go. Battle-Matic. Stab!
His name is Zorgar.
Zorgar?
Yeah.
Look. Okay, that's not cool.
Oh, he's got like Warduke's other.
Yeah, he's got
Pants
the other
piece.
side of the pants.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, wait a
Whoa.
second. Wait a second. I just got an idea, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. We got to talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Like
That is Warduke's other pants.
it is Warduke's other pants for sure. It is. Yes. So
What's that dude's name again?
Zorgar.
Zorgar. So here's Warduke.
And that, well, you can show the Battle-Matic one because we're in
Oh, yeah,
Battle-Matic
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, we're
there
talking
was
about-
original Warduke also the first line, but we were going to do something funny which we forgot to do. But we can do it on this one.
We're going to do it this one, and maybe it's funny. We think it's funny.
We think it's hilarious.
right? So I'm not going to.
We have a special guest on the show today, and and to show off Battle-Matic Warduke, Warduke himself has shown up to show us the Warduke figures. How you doing, Warduke? Yeah? Yeah. What do you think about the Battle-Matic Warduke? Oh, great. You know, they was also the first figure too. Okay, great. And then we also have this one that came with the Nightmare. So what's new, Warduke? Okay, all right. Warduke is not talker, but if you could show the Battle-Matic actions on Warduke, Warduke. Look at that. Is that what you do when you're in battle? Mm-hmm. Tacos and toys, everybody. Tacos and toys. Tacos and toys. Warduke, everybody. Warduke's in the house. Warduke's in the house.
Oh my gosh, I missed Warduke.
Yeah, where were you at, man?
I don't know.
Warduke
Miss Warduke.
He came and took
Warduke's crazy. It's, man.
the best. Here's Drex. Other Battle-Matic character.
See, that's so interesting that you do your Warduke right-handed. Because isn't Warduke left-handed?
Yeah.
That's so intriguing.
I thought actually that they flipped. Like there's an inconsistency with which side
Yeah, I think so.
Wardukes. I think it's like generally on the left side, but there are instances where.
Did you show Beaumart?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Here's the other one. This was Deeth, the other female character.
Deeth. That's just.
And Strongheart
also with the Morning Star.
Had a mace.
No.
Morning Star.
No, gosh, dang it. My gosh, a ball and chain. That's struggling here.
Isn't that what our wives are called?
No, mine is not called that. Not in any way. I love you, honey. Not in any way, shape, or form are you a
Not
ball and
talking.
chain. No, you're thinking of Sandy or whoever it was.
Oh, Sandy. I didn't know it's Sandy. Oh, you mean this guy?
Yeah. You're
Girl?
thinking of your first girlfriend. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, what is this?
I don't even think it looks like a girl, but it is. It actually is a female character.
Right,
They didn't give
but-
it breast or anything like they did with Monorail, whatever her name is. Monorail. We haven't even drank today. No. And now on the Battle-Matics, they did release other figures like Warduke, Strongheart, Zarak. And this is the thing I'm upset about because I never had Zarak, R Northlord, R Elkhorn, and Battle-Matic. And I thought I had all the figures. So just recently I had found out there's Battle-Matic for them, and now I'm on the hunt. So if you guys know anybody has them, let me know. I don't need the weapons. I have the weapons to all of them because the same weapons that came with the first line. I just need those figures to complete my collection. I need them.
Yeah.
I need them. All right. So
Need is in a primal urge that must be satisfied.
at the end of '84, the Dungeons and Dragons line was going to an end. They didn't know what was going to happen. So they tried doing a thing called Shield Strikers to see if they would bring back the feel of the original toys. Now this one, I'm gonna let you know these break off real easy.
No,
I
gonna-
just show it. And,
Yeah.
so they had this like launching mechanism. This is Metaflame.
Metaflame.
Yeah, Metaflame. Here's his weapon.
Telling you, anything past wave 1, questionable.
But they had these things called shield striking action where you would shoot the weapon
Yeah,
out
so-
the front of the shield. And I thought they was going to do like they did with the Battle-Matic, make all the original figures also shield strikers, because they did one shield striker figure from the original that was Mel Titan, but they didn't do any other ones as shield strikers. They may have done Northlord. I need to check into that one. But,
So did this have the same safety issues as the
yes,
that thing?
those things were horrible, man. It's just crazy. There's all kinds of stories on this, and this is Mandoom.
Man Doom?
Yeah, Mandoom.
No. No, it's not. Man Doom. Come on. And his shield striker. I mean, the shields were cool. I'll give them that. Like,
No,
the
they're cool because
the
they gave
shield
them
striker
kinda-
stuff was like was cool, but Man Doom,
Metaflame.
Metaflame. Like what?
And here was the relaunch of a character in Battle-Matic and Shield Striker, Mel Titan.
Well, I
And-
mean,
the mix of the two.
Yeah, so it was metal.
It's
it was
the combo.
It was a combo. I think they were going to do all of them, but then eventually didn't. Also, they released the Ogre King, but in a new look. He's bright green. Yeah, and he's a hard to get figure. I don't have him also, and he's a Shield Striker figure also. And the only other Battle-Matic figure, this is the most rarest of all figure, is Hockler. I have none of his stuff. He is about a $300 figure. I cannot find none of his
Hockler?
Hockler. He came with a bird.
oh, of course he did.
That's why his name's Hockler.
That's why his name is Hockler.
So 30-something years later, NECA got the licensing for the LJN Dungeons & Dragon toy line, and they decided to release new figures. Now, I can't remember their names right offhand, so we're just going to show them to you guys. These are the 4 NECA San Diego Comic-Con toys. They were also a Shield Striker, but look how long it was you couldn't choke on it.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? And he was a Shield Striker unreleased figure. I do not remember his name. So
I mean, it definitely looks... Oh, he's a Cyclops.
yeah, he's a Cyclops.
Oh, look at that. Like...
And now these guys were on packaging art for the last wave of Battle-Matics and Shield Strikers. They just never released them. So...
And so, like, yeah, when you were talking about how long, like, that's...
Yeah.
Like, does it shoot out the back of his arm? Or does it just... Like, where does that go?
It goes right through the same way the other Shield Strikers go. It just
This goes right through the fist,
Yeah, right
but
through the fist all the way.
it'll stick out.
because instead of having a
Oh, wow.
launcher, you pull it.
Yep.
Oh,
You can
it
pull it.
against the
Yeah.
string and it came out.
So he was the
That's cool.
only
Like
other
little-
Shield Striker they didn't release. So we finally got him now, which are to scale to the other ones. It's a great line if you're a collector to finish up the line. I'm hoping that NECA does all of these again, the regular guys again, to go with those. It'd be nice. You can just leave it with him.
Okay.
And then this is a dwarf guy they released,
Here, I'm gonna...
a barbarian dwarf guy. I don't remember his name. They're all new.
So are these a different scale?
No,
Yeah, I think they are, my friend.
no, they're based off the molds of the original that LJN had.
Nope. Sorry,
Oh, I
they changed
know,
the
but-
scale. Because Elkhorn is a dwarf.
Yeah, but
Where'd it
that's a
go?
dwarf barbarian.
I don't... Yeah, but... Still, look. No.
I'm telling you.
Come on, NECA.
Yeah. Oh, it's the right molds.
No,
Because
it's not.
see, they. It is.
No.
They show the
that-
prototypes.
Fake.
This one doesn't have a long enough beard to be a dwarf.
That's true, too.
Maybe
Like, what
he's a-
self-respecting...
Maybe he's
like,
a barbarian. Well,
like-
look what they did with Kalik. He's fat.
Okay, but that makes sense. Like, you get old and fat. Like... Does he still have underwear?
He does.
But
He has
he's got-
lizards crawling all
He's got
over.
lizards crawling on him. What is wrong? And he's got a mohawk.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
that's-
okay, so like you change with the age. He's trying to stay hip with the kids, right? Look at me, I'm cool mohawk wizard guy. You want some candy? And now he's got lizards on his
We're going to
gut.
show this last character here in a minute, and then we're going to go right to Fortress of Fangs. So, but this was the only other figure that was not produced, and which I'm really upset about because she's
She is
way
cool.
too small.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a bird, and
Like-
she was actually,
like-
they made a miniature of her in the 80s, but
So-
they never made an actual toy of her.
Yeah. So she's got a like I don't know what Hawkler thinks about her bird, but
Well, you can put Hawkler next to her. He's kind of small. Is she an elf? I mean,
no. I mean, I don't
but
know.
but I watched the thing on it, and it shows the actual molds, and that was the size of her. Stupid. But
Yeah.
I didn't make the decision, so. But that is the Dungeons and Dragons toy line. This is a fun line, and we're going to show the last cool thing.
Yeah.
So this is the playset, the only playset that Dungeons and Dragons toy line got. It's called the Fortress of Fangs. This was a very cool playset. It had all kinds of cool stuff. You had a ladder they could hide up in the mouth. I don't want to break it because it's old, so it does fit up in there. I'm not going to do it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so it also had these kick-ass teeth thing and with a door, so you could get to the
The
treasure
treasure.
chest.
Yep. And lava all over the floor.
Yeah, there's lava on the floor and stickers and there's
Traps.
and you put the gate it comes with. You can stick on the back so none of the adventurers or barbarians could get inside the treasure chest. You also had a weapons rack for all their weapons. You had this cool little rock firing catapult thing.
Here it is.
And that was a cool feature because sometimes you can get like where's my dwarf?
Well, the actual,
The actual
one,
one, yeah.
or the fake one that you just tried to
Yeah.
pass off as a dwarf.
Well, Elkhorn can fly through the air,
You can.
or deef, or beef, or whatever. But it also had a cool. The eyes were cool. I'm gonna get some new stickers because I've had this one forever. But it also has a cool spiked door that closes back and forth.
I remember all this.
It has the gate that opens up with the two skulls, which are very expensive pieces. These are not repos; these are original, and they're very, very expensive. Here's the gargoyle that you could
The
set.
flying throne.
Yep, you stick them on there. It's like Ozzy Osbourne coming down for Bark at the Moon kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then you had to turn it around. You had the kick. You had the trap door. You could stick Warduke on here, and he's like, "This is my castle." Ah, you know. Then he also has a slide, like a water slide, into the lava.
Into the lava slide.
Lava slide.
Lava slide.
And you know, Elkhorn's walking up to get the treasure, like, "Hey, Warduke, what's going on?" Ah, and he gets stuck.
What?
I just killed Elkhorn, and that's why he's got a broken thing that he had.
Yeah.
So, but that is the Fortress of Fangs, everybody, and that was the Dungeons and Dragons line from LJN from 1983 to 84. We had a fun time playing with them, and I hope
Yeah,
you
we
had a
did.
good time playing with them.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved all the information you gave
still
us
not-
on Dungeons and Dragons, and
I'm still not sure about some of the later figures.
Yeah.
Like
this dwarf.
yeah, it's kind of like, they don't even know what Dungeons and
he's a
Dragons
Viking.
toys are.
Maybe he's a Viking
Oh,
barbarian.
look, so yeah, we can go with that. We can go with like he's a Viking barbarian, but he's definitely not a.
He's got Battle-Matic action.
Because you're right. Like, what self-respecting dwarf is going to trim his beard?
No, yeah.
no,
See,
no.
this is
Like-
kind of a bartender dwarf.
Like a female dwarf, maybe.
This is a female dwarf. Just kidding. Your look on your face is one thing.
Is it? Could be. I don't know. I mean,
But thank you guys all. I'm T-Jaw, JD,
I'm
and
JD.
we have a great time. We're going to do one of these days. We'll do a review of the NECA figures.
Yep.
And that'd be awesome. And he'll come back and it was great to see Warduke here on the show today. He came by.
I've missed it.
Busy schedule out fighting in the plains, and
Yeah.
so
Stop by.
maybe he'll come back again sometime.
Maybe.
But we appreciate
We'll
it, and
see.
thank you guys. Keep watching all we do. TacosandToys.com, all our YouTube channels. Look forward to our new Whatnot that comes out this Saturday on May the 4th. It's our Star Wars show. And keep checking back. Thanks, guys.